Okay, fine. Hi, Doc.
Hi,
I didn't
Doc.
expect to see
Hello.
you here.
Well, I just saw Cleo and I. We were starting Wednesday crafting. Want to hang out a bit? I said, all right.
Yeah, you're absolutely welcome.
Always glad to have people.
Unusual, but it's fine.
Oh, I was done editing just a bit. Now I need a little break.
And you thought coming to see us was a little break. I'm intrigued by your optimism there, Doc.
Well, I mean, it's a break from what he does. What he does is very different from what we do. So that's a break,
Yeah, what's on the agenda to craft today?
I'm doing drawing.
Yeah, Joe's drawing. I'm doing my bullet journal, which is...
Okay, wait. I need to bring up my Twitch.
Oh, dear.
I need to hone my crafting skills now with the little one. We're already doing some drawing a little bit together, but
Oh, awesome.
need to expand my repertoire.
Expand your repertoire. Well, if I'd known you'd be here, I would have got the gnome out to paint. Because I have a gnome that I have to paint at some point.
Right.
That my other half got me. So, but no, this is just bullet journal.
Yeah, finger paints.
Yeah.
I don't know how old your kid is, but like once they won't put the paint in their mouth, finger paints get really good.
They're 14, almost 15 months now. They can, we have these big pencils, like kids' pencils, and with them they can, they hold them already a little bit, and but you cannot call that really drawing yet.
Well, but that's how they get there, though. They gotta
exactly.
build the skills.
Yeah, they got being able to hold something at that age is a miracle, to be honest.
Yeah,
Enough to be able to.
They're learning coordination really well. Like they're starting to almost like eat, autonomously now with the spoon. Like they insist, okay, I want to eat.
I'm gonna try this myself.
They're doing pretty well already. Like it took a while, but now they actually figured out, okay, I need to hold the spoon differently when I want to put it into my mouth as to when I scoop up stuff. So now they can actually, balance the food on it and kind of halfway decently get it into the mouth. That's already huge. Like, it's insane.
If you want to get them like their motor skills on point, start getting tweezers. Just get get kids tweezers, and they'll start picking things up, and that makes such a difference to the motor skills at that age. So
yeah, it's crazy. They're learning, like, first kids learn how to hold stuff, and then they actually learn there's different angles, how you need to work stuff you hold. And it's, I don't know, now they can play the xylophone a little bit already, holding the, how do you call it?
The mallet. It's weird that you call it a xylophone, because the one I bought says Kinderglockenspiel on it.
Yeah, in German it's called Glockenspiel.
Yeah.
So it's called bell play, pretty much, if you translate it. Glocke is bell.
That makes sense. But yeah, no, that's one of those things that some kids don't learn until they're like 5 how to change angles for things, particularly for eating. That's why so many children eat with their hands. So.
Well, they all develop differently. We have a bunch of kids in her crawling and gymnastics classes and so on, and they're so different. Mostly same age. Some can run around already, but they're not so good with speaking or other stuff. Yeah. It's completely different.
Yeah, the levels of each child is always interesting to see, but they always tend to like catch up with each other mostly, and by the time they're 6, so.
Yeah, they do their own thing. Also, you can see interests they have. I don't know, different. Somebody is like totally into on the playground. You see all the different aspects of the kids already. The others are deep into the sand. The others just want to slide all day long. Swing.
Yeah, the relative creativity of children is just really fun to watch, and watching them develop is just like. It's just so cool.
If people describe that as a miracle in a religious or biblical sense, I can understand it now. I mean, I'm not a religious person also.
No.
But it's really, you could describe it, only best word is it's like a miracle. It's insane.
It's insane. I wouldn't describe it as a miracle because I've done too much blooming study about it, but I agree. It's wonderful to watch. It's so much fun.
Isn't the Glockenspiel metal and a xylophone wooden?
Yeah, that's what Anna says. Yep. I think that's probably right.
Yeah, so the ones that they give kids here are all metal. Well, I mean the chimes are metal.
Yeah.
But yeah, they have like
ours we have is a little one with a small tunica on it. Hey, but you can play next episode of Snoop Dogg on it. I already did that.
Of course, that's what you tried to do.
Ding, 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 ding.
Why am I not surprised by this at all?
Yeah, it's gotta be epic if little one goes to kindergarten and how can you play some instruments? Goes like dum 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 dum.
Oh, I'm looking forward to the times when you tell us about their school, because I'm going to be intrigued.
You gotta go to kindergarten in September.
Oh my goodness, that seems really early.
Well, I think that kindergarten might be preschool in German too.
No, it's
not.
It's
for 5-year-olds, obviously.
No, but when I was kid, normally you went to kindergarten when you were 3. Mm-hmm. But these days it's different. Like I don't know, starting from age 1 or so, kids can go to places, and then different depending on their age. But we thought it's a good idea. Most kids these days go early, and what they enjoy most is to hang out with other kids and play. You can see that's, and they learn so much from observing each other and mutual interaction. So
it's like my sister wouldn't eat as a child because of like medical issues. So they had to get her into like a nursery school to encourage her to actually eat food. Because the other kids are doing
it's just half a day then in the morning until the early afternoon or so. Then you pick them up again, and it's good. It's also good for mom now. I mean it's 1.5 years of hardcore mommy mode, and before Karin needs to go back to work, I would also like that she can have a little bit time to relax before and don't have to be full time.
Yeah, I mean I think that's really important because parenting is just hard. So why I never want to do it, but it's just hard.
The first, Joe knows too for sure. I mean, the first 1-2 years, there's a lot of literal primal nursing, right? You need to make sure feeding is done and hygiene and all these things. So, and then during night, it's difficult sometimes, sleeping and all that stuff. So it is definitely also exhausting, aside of all the cool stuff. I mean, obviously. It doesn't.
There's got to be cool stuff, otherwise people wouldn't keep doing it. So.
Yeah.
Joe's going, I'm never doing this again. It's fine.
I never said I wasn't doing it again. I mean, the window is increasingly closing biologically, but it's fine.
Well, it's also tricky, as a couple, of course, you need to figure out somehow how you share the load, and then also I'm still working, obviously, so you need to find a middle ground. And also it becomes very clear, ideally you want to share everything 50-50, right?
Yeah.
But especially in the early ages, like 1-2 years old, a lot of stuff can only be done by mom. Physical things and so on. It's just, you cannot have a real 50-50 load, so to speak.
No, but so long as you're like compensating in other ways, that's...
Yeah, you can offset it. You can go out of your way to do other things to help her. So
like if there's like breastfeeding going on, then while they're doing that, you have to clean up the house.
Or for example, what was also clear, the little one was sick here and there now. I don't know, the sniffles and what babies get. The other day they had 3-day fever, which supposedly all kids get. Like all of a sudden, they get fever for 3 days out of the blue, and then it goes away, and then from 1 hour to the other they get a rash.
Yeah,
that rash stays like for a day or two, and then it's gone.
It's terrifying.
And you'll be like, what the heck's going on,
Yep.
So but in this time you could clearly see mommy was number one, then they need to be
they need that reassurance, don't they?
And then you can I can hold her, but eventually then it will be like, hey, back to mommy. So
it does make it does make a difference, because they're the one that they hear most often when they're in utero. So then they're automatically going to want that voice first,
Yeah,
and it's sort of
you can already tell. Like, for example, I try to keep the weekends free and Monday if I can,
Yeah.
and not do any YouTubing stuff. So family time, and already little one gets used to that. And then on Tuesday he starts complaining and missing and constantly says, "Papa, Papa, Papa." And immediately gets used to it when you have more time. And then it's even more heartbreak if you have to go back to your gaming dungeon, you know.
Yeah, no, some people like that.
And now I enjoy it. I mean, obviously, it's also my way to relax, right?
Yeah.
I can retreat into my gaming room and then I'll build world eaters.
Well, yeah, the World Eater, I guess, is kind of a very precise instrument to be building with a baby in your lap. But like, if you're doing stuff like collecting sand or chopping trees, that's the sort of thing I would let my daughter sit in my lap, and maybe I'd put like a fake unplugged keyboard closer to her so she can bash the keys while I've got my keyboard out of her reach.
To limit media exposure yet a lot. The thing we do is like sometimes they love dogs for some reason. Don't know why. We don't have one, but dogs are the shit pretty much. So dog videos are also amazing. So here and there we watch some dog videos on YouTube, which completely screwed my suggestion. By the way.
Oh yeah, there's a show called Kitten Academy, which is a live stream from some people that like rescue pregnant cats and then save their babies and like raise them and whatever for adoption. And my daughter watched that, and so my YouTube suggestions are all, do you want to see more stuff with baby kittens? And I'm like, not really, but thanks. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. They have some doggy radar. We walked there with the stroller. And on there's this promenade you can walk. It's a straight shot, like, I don't know, a mile long, right? We walked there, and then all of a sudden, wow, 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 wow. And it's like, what? Dog? Where? And then literally like 500 meters away, this tiny pincher dog, spotted it like a hawk. It was crazy. Wow, 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 wow. It's like, all right, then. I guess I'm eventually, thank God the neighbors have 2 super cute dogs.
That's great.
And then we just
was that I'm almost going to get a dog?
Yeah,
but now you don't have to because the neighbors got them. That could be a treat, for when you go out.
Exactly. I love dogs, but taking responsibility for a dog is a different thing than a cat, man.
Yeah.
Especially when you've already just got a kid, you're taking care of. Like, it's a lot. You don't want to overdo it.
No, man. A dog, you gotta walk a dog. Like, it's not like, cat chills. Cat wants to be fed and then wants outside and do their own thing.
You might want to, if you're looking for like a chill dog, get an older dog. That way all the puppy stuff is already kind of burnt out of them, and just make sure you follow the shelter's advice. Is kind of like, this dog is not for you. This dog needs walking all the time.
Immediately. The thing is, neighbors, they had 3 daughters. They are like 18 to 21 or something. And the middle one, she's a dog lover. It's like 3 dogs, like 1 bigger one and then 2 smaller ones. And immediately when I said, I might have to get a dog too. Doggy seems to love dogs. She's like, don't worry, I can take them for a walk too if it's too much work. And I was like, all right.
Child labor, that's what we want.
No. She's 19 and she's working here in the city tax office.
I'm joking, Doc, don't worry.
Okay, but that's great though, too, for the kids. Like, when I was very young, we had a lot of like kind of elderly neighbors that would sit out on their porches all day. And my mom would go and sit out on her porch and like kind of talk across the railing to them. And like, I remember it was just kind of nice seeing my mom talking to people, and like I would sit on the porch with some toys when I must have been 2 or 3, but it's good to kind of feel like part of a community, that's great.
I always grew up around dogs. I mean, I grew up at my grandparents most of the time, and my granddad was dog guy. He had always had dogs, mostly 2. I had 2 shepherds at once, and then 2 Rottweilers and Dobermans, and all big dogs mostly.
Yeah, they sound huge.
Yeah, but like in the war, he was dog handler also. So those dogs were really, really well trained. Like they would they were, guard dogs. So if you'd enter the property, they would corner you, but they were trained to not attack until told. So, but they would. You don't want them to attack. It's 2 of them, 2 shepherds. They have a problem.
Yeah, no, dogs aren't for me. Which is
I love dogs.
Yeah, I was attacked by
amazing.
dogs as a teenager, and then just like I'm kind of.
I had a little
anxious.
sled, right? When I was a kid, and then the 2 shepherds were pulling me as a little kid. I was like 3 or 4 years old in this mini sled and riding through the village with my dogs pulling me. It was epic.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, they loved it.
Yeah. It's funny. I heard this thing from a dog sled guy the other day that kind of was stuck with me, kind of talking about how to avoid creative burnout.
Stuck with you.
It's stuck with but the thing is, so he was saying, like, people always ask me, like, how do you get these dogs to run? And he's like, they naturally want to run. The hard part is getting them to take breaks. If you don't do that, they'll basically work themselves to death. And so,
Joe, that sounds a lot like you.
That's why I was saying it stuck with me, because it's about, kind of like managing creative people. Like, some people just love making things, and they'll burn themselves out if they're not forced to stop and take breaks.
Yeah, this is why we're here, Joe, because you don't know how to take breaks.
Well, this is kind of one of my breaks. I've got my coffee, I've got my graph paper and my pencils, and I'm we're going to be working on some sketches. I'm having a nice day. This is good.
Aw, that's really sweet. Congrats, Joe. This is an intervention. This is why we're all here, Joe. You need to take a break every now and then. No, Joe's all right. Joe's doing fine. Leave those alone. Sorry, I got my cat here with me.
Yeah, I understand. I mean, not everybody. The thing is with dogs, if you grow up around them, I guess you get to know them. But if we're not around dogs while growing up, dogs can definitely be intimidating. And if they're not trained well, especially if it's a bit of a bigger dog, they can be really, really dangerous. I mean, I sometimes, when I walk around in the city, you can clearly tell, this dude walks around with a big Doberman, and you can see if this Doberman would get off the leash, it would be,
it would be over. Like I was attacked in the face by a Rottweiler. No, not a Rottweiler.
Yeah.
What's the other one? German Shepherd. And since then, I was 14, and since then I've kind of avoided dogs. It's not that I dislike dogs; it's just that I like them better over there.
Yeah.
So.
Well, as I said, if you have a dog, and then you actually need to be a responsible dog owner if it's a bigger one, especially. But
yeah. It was in my friend's house as well, which made it worse because they were just like, stop overreacting, it's fine. I'm like, okay, it's fine, is it? Right? Yeah, okay. Overreacting. Dear God.
Well, at the end of my grandfather was really old already, like in his mid-80s or so. And then he still had the 2 Doberman, but they were pretty old, and he was already sure he wouldn't want to get more dogs.
Yeah.
And then, it was a village. So in village, there are kind of unspoken rules people know about. A lot of farmers there, and every farmer has a big guard dog on their property, right?
Yeah.
So if you are a dog owner, like you will not, here's this and this farmer, so I walk on the other side of the street, because otherwise the dog will bark and go wild. Just unspoken rules in communities. But then eventually the village also, got bigger, and there was a area with new houses, new people moved in, and it became more modern than no longer the old school village kind of vibe, in a sense, right? And then there was this one family that lived a few houses down then in a new area that was developed, and they kept on walking by our property with their dog right along the fence. And of course, both of the guard dogs go crazy. They are with their small little tiny pincher dog, and the pincher starts peeing at the corner of the property, and it of course drives the dogs crazy. Normally they're leashed up, and then eventually my grandma, told them, hey, can you maybe, if you go for a walk with the dog, go on the other side? kind of, everybody has the guard dogs and you don't want the barking all the time. It pisses off the neighbors and, just friendly advice in a way. And they were super dismissing and stupid, got to tell me where I walk, kind of, and kept on doing that and provoking. And then there was this one day where the dogs were not leashed up. And there was a high fence, 2 meters high, but it's not a problem for dogs like that if they really want to go wild.
Dogs can jump, is what we're saying.
So both of them obviously jumped the fence and mauled this small other pincher dog into oblivion. Yeah. Normally, if something like that would happen in the village, right, it would be cleared amongst each other and, everybody knew who was to blame. But obviously not with this family, it was a huge law situation then and blah, blah, blah. And it ended up with both dogs having to be put down.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And that was the end of my grandfather's having dogs.
Yeah, no, I can understand that. That's
yeah.
Dogs
They
can jump.
attack, they never would attack anybody, but it's just
But another dog literally peeing on their territory, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a big
and it was also a small dog, that didn't go there and destroyed him, but grabbed him at the neck and shook it, and then the dog was dead. I mean, yeah. It was not even viciously, and they didn't attack they immediately came back into the property. My grandfather ran after them, called him back, but too late, they got the dog already.
Yeah.
And
Oh, that really sucks.
It does.
Yeah, it was not. I mean, obviously, not the nicest sight, and everybody was stressed out. And that's sad. Yeah, unfortunate for everybody involved. But it's dogs. It's it's animals. In the end, you can train them as good as you want. Certain things, it's just difficult. It's animals.
Yeah. Bad dog owners make a problem for everyone. Is a problem, that's the issue. The dogs aren't the problem, it's the owners that are always the problem.
Yeah. Some dogs are more ferocious, right? And were bred back in the days for, I don't know, herding bulls and stuff like that. So they have a little bit of more, oomph in them, but it's always up to the owner to, not make him like a hot dog, to bite or whatever. Yeah.
Can we talk for a moment about how dramatic huskies are? They are kind of dramatic.
Are amazing. The eyes, right? They're so beautiful.
They're very pretty, but they are dramatic. They do whine all the time. All the time.
They have insane stamina as well. As Joe said, they would keep on running forever if you don't stop him.
Oh yeah, one of my friends in high school had a husky, and he would go running with it in the afternoons, and his dad would go running with it in the mornings, and the thing still just had too much energy. And they were both distance runners. They were each taking it out for 6 miles, but
I mean, that's what they were bred for, though, wasn't it? Large
exactly.
distances.
Well, and that's the thing too. Is it if one of them stopped to tie their shoe or something, the dog would run back and start nipping at him, come on, because they got to keep the whole pack running.
Oh, I do not want to run that much. I will never get a husky or a dog. To be fair, dogs aren't for me. But respect to people that can function with dogs.
Dogs are so loyal, and for some people they become really almost like human partners. I mean, for my grandma, when grandfather had died, she also then got a dog, and they were real friends. We just tight. And if you're lonely, a dog can do wonders. Or dogs also are, I don't know, if people have seizures and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Dogs can detect that prior and warn and so on.
Yeah, I've had a friend who had a seizure dog. It was amazing the way it worked.
Or guard dogs for blind people, right, to help them move around and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. How smart dogs are.
They're just so expensive, though, is the problem. They're just to get a properly trained dog.
It takes
It's
forever to train one.
thousands.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it takes 2 years or whatever to train a dog properly. I mean,
Yep.
you need to have a dog that is really reliable. As if you guide a blind person, I mean, you better make sure the dog
Yeah.
does their job, right?
I saw this video about somebody who had a dog that was rejected from guide dog training, not because they weren't smart, but because they just decided to do everything on their own, everything they were trained to do on their own. It's just sort of like, I'm going to open the front door now. I'm going to open the fridge. They've not been told to do it. So they were just like, yeah, you can't be a guide dog, but you know, now they're in this able-bodied person's house, just opening doors whenever they feel like it.
This dog's like, oh yeah, let me just grab some beef out of the fridge real quick.
It's fine.
No.
I'm just gonna go get a drink. Do you want one? No? I'm gonna get
While
you one
I'm
anyway.
Dog be chilling, knowing my owner is blind. I own the house. They don't know.
Yeah, that's the reason why they were rejected. It was great watching this dog just like, okay, I see you're asleep. I'm opening the back door because I want to go out and have a poop. Bye. And it was just done. And it's just...
I just like animals, man. Animals are cool.
Animals are cute. But like I say, dogs can be cute over there, and I will appreciate them being over there. That's fine.
The only animal that kind of creeps me out a bit are crabs, like sand crabs. So I had this one dramatic experience as a kid. We were in Africa, in Kenya, and I was like 5 years old or something. And chilling on the beach and sitting in one of those, when the tides go out, it's like little pools you can hang out in the water and just paddle and swim. And I sit there, and then all of a sudden a pretty big crab just crawled up on me as a kid, and just sitting there enjoying the sun. And I was paranoid. My dad's sleeping in the hammock. And I was like, Dad. This giant crab sitting on me with the googly eyes, And instead, the crabs are a bit suspect to me,
What gets me is that it's just come out recently that nature has tried to evolve crabs like 5 separate times. It's just like in different pathways, and it's just sort of like nothing should be that interested by nature. Nature shouldn't want to evolve you. It should just happen.
Well, pinchers are just helpful. Eye stalks are just helpful. Like, I could see why there's a lot of value to a lot of the components of crabs. Armored shells, that's good,
Yeah, but it's like...
But I love to eat crabs, though. Man. I think I have to order me some Chinese with some crabs now. King prawns.
It's just sort of like, I'm scared of you, so I'm going to eat you.
Exactly, that's how you defeat your fear.
That's how you defeat your enemies. I've only got human enemies. I don't think that's going to work for me.
It's very simple, talking about eating and stuff. Like Charles Barkley the other day in Inside NBA made a super funny remark. Like there's Zion Williamson, he's a super talent, but he always has problems with his weight, right?
Yeah.
And Charles Barkley was the same. So Shaq asked him, hey, Charles, what do you think? What should he do, diet-wise? And then he said, I was on a diet once that really worked well. And it went like that. If it tastes good, spit it out.
Oh no.
That sounds really depressing as a way to eat.
That's so hilarious. If it tastes good, spit it out. Perfect diet.
Yeah, no, I think we're okay with you're allowed to eat food. Just never as much as you want of it. It's fine.
Yeah. Hey Joe, do you have doner kebab over there?
Kebabs?
Yeah.
Which I think in Britain they call kebabs. Yeah, we have kebabs.
Okay, so do you have them in a bun or like rolled in some rolled up? How do you call it, Cleo? You know them, right? The classical falafel style.
They're usually served off of skewers here, if we're talking about the same thing.
Okay.
Or we're talking about from the Middle East, you would have like a skewer with meat and like onions and tomatoes.
Exactly, that's the original kebab. But here in Germany, it evolved, and I think they have it in the UK too. Like it's this gigantic meat roll.
Doner kebab.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then it's spinning in front of a grill, right? And they only carve off the outside that is done, right? And then it's the small stripes of stuff.
Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And then
Yeah.
you get the bit that isn't fully cooked because it's busy, and you get like massive stomach upsets.
Yeah, it sounds like you're talking about a gyro or shawarma.
Yeah.
Yeah, shawarma's probably right.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm debating either the Chinese or one of those bad boys.
I mean, I'm always going to suggest the Chinese because, you know, that is much less likely to make you vomit.
Depends which Chinese you order from.
I mean, I think it always depends on what the quality of the restaurant. I mean, I don't know. Like,
you know, but I saw the other day, I was in the city, and it seems a Greek tapas restaurant opened. So, you know, tapas style with small portions, but all kinds of Greek stuff, and it was packed. I'm still a bit paranoid because of, you know, pandemic situation and avoid super crowded places.
I mean, that's fair.
yeah.
But it looked so good.
Yeah, I'm trying to limit myself to places that have outdoor seating as much as possible.
Yeah. But here, you know, the restrictions, mask mandates and so on are falling everywhere. And yeah, half of the people wear masks, half don't give a shit pretty much. So
yeah, that's what I'm finding as well. I'm always in the bottom. I'm like, there's like 10% of people who still wear masks. I'm one of them.
I saw a funny tweet the other day retweeted. They said, guys, I can assure you the overlap of guys not washing their hands after going to toilet and not wearing masks is 100%. It's like, okay then. Yeah. That's something I definitely saw though. Going around, typically it's more of the dudes that don't wear masks anymore.
Yeah, clearly. Yeah. The older the dude, the more likely it is that they don't wear masks. I've noticed.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I guess I just don't pay enough attention to like things that are going to annoy me. I'm just like not looking at people's faces at this point.
We became all antisocial after the pandemic, man.
I mean, I've got a chronic cough, so I'm not going to stop wearing mine because, you know, people don't want to be around somebody who's coughing in general, but especially during a pandemic, I'm just going to wear the mask.
I was at a Chinese restaurant the other day with outside seating, and then I ate some spicy stuff, and then I had to cough, and then I felt really bad. You know, it's like everybody was looking at me. Oh God, infected, detected, careful. Yeah. Man, now I'm looking at Thai food.
I mean, going back to what we were talking earlier about, you could make food for yourself.
I could, yeah.
Or you could make food for yourself and Karen. That would be nice.
Yeah. And, you know, that's sharing the load again. Also, so is going out to get food. So, yeah.
Karen has to go to appointment in half an hour, then I'll have to watch the little one anyways. No time for cooking now. You know, it's one of these Thai places that are the best, but they have everything only in Thai. So what is Mu Pat No Mai?
I don't know.
It's an adventure, Doc. It's an adventure. Just order it.
Google it.
Or Google it, I guess. I don't know if you want to be boring.
Mu Fat Pak.
Excuse you, Joe?
I'm just, you know, it's one of those things, like, just go for it. And if it turns out to be something you can't eat, then just don't eat it. I mean, then again, like, I don't know.
Wow.
Pet Fat No Mai. Okay, Joe, what do you think? Should I take Cow Fat Pak or Cow Fat Nuer?
I mean, Nuer just sounds cooler to me.
Wait, I think Nuer means...
I wouldn't trust Joe on something that is to do with coolness, though, to be honest.
Okay, well, I'm sure it's very hot then, Cleo.
Okay,
because it's from Thailand, and the food there is spicy.
Just gonna order dinner.
Just order whatever you feel like it. Just like, that's a word name I can't read, therefore I'm taking that. It's fine.
You know, kebab it is. We have this place, it's the best kebab ever. They really make good stuff. They're such nice dudes. I love them. The best kebab dudes, for a long time when I walked in there, I always ordered in Turkish and pretended I understand what they're saying, so they were unsure if I was Turkish or not. Because also, a bit dark with my hair and so on. So sometimes people ask if I have some Arabian touch or whatever, so they were unsure. And then they always gave me discount and gave me an ulu duck for free on the house. It's awesome. So at one point I told him I was German, and they still got my ulu duck because they found it funny. Ulu duck is Turkish Sprite. Tastes like Sprite, pretty much.
Okay.
That's
Soda.
cool.
Ulu duck.
Ulu duck.
Yeah.
Oh, I literally just ate breakfast before streaming, and now I'm hungry again.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
too.
that's always when you talk about food, it's a big mistake.
We weren't talking about food, Doc. That was you.
I'm sorry. Oh, is this not a cooking and food stream?
No,
I mean,
it could be.
anytime there's a big mistake, it's probably Doc's fault somehow.
I
no
mean,
kidding.
like, on the server, lately, yes, probably Doc.
Oh,
Probably
yeah,
not
Doc.
making away at World Eater, exploding the server.
Hey,
It's
why is
fine.
everybody blaming me? This thing is perfected. Did you feel no
It's
lag?
Saved
Nothing?
the server so much time, Cleo, though. Doc, I don't know if you saw it, but we built like a fenced-in area with like 80 chests or whatever to put the materials in, just outside the World Eater
Yeah.
perimeter. I hope that's not
About-
going to be a problem for you.
No. I'm thinking though that we might don't get any materials out of it. Because it's configured in a way that literally every item is instantly destroyed, so there's no lag.
Oh,
But what we can do is, when it goes through, then we can follow behind the World Eater, of course, and then dig away obsidian and diamonds and other stuff we want to dig out down there. But I don't think there will be much debris, actually.
oh, well, if there is, we'll be ready, and if not,
Yeah.
we'll have some extra chests for later.
Well, we need the chest for all the diamonds we will find.
We're gonna find 36
Sure.
chests worth of diamonds. I can't
Sure,
wait.
okay.
Did you see Cub, the absolute madman?
No,
Yeah,
Got
what's
into the
he done?
diamond pillar thing, and he, everybody is stunting with their diamond ore, and I thought I got this on level 221. Come back, and there's a giant diamond pillar as high as mine almost out of diamond blocks
Nice.
by Cub. What the heck, man? This guy is a madman.
Like everybody on the server is slightly mad when it comes to like flexing with like diamonds and stuff. Everyone's
the other
flexing
day-
about something.
Yeah, bit behind the scenes stream viewers. Well, the other day in the meeting we debated about nice incentives, to keep the shopping district going, and everybody be saying, we don't care much about diamonds anymore.
Yeah.
It's not a good motivation. Yeah, sure. Sure.
The difference
people
is the
be piling
hermits
up
don't
the-
care about diamonds anymore.
Yeah.
Viewers do. That's the difference.
Well, yeah, but they say they don't care, and then people start stacking up their diamonds piles to stunt.
and then they care. And
I
then
don't
they
buy
care.
this. This was just a strategy. There's some people pushing this agenda. We don't care about diamonds to become secretly the richest. We gotta keep our eyes.
It's
on
not that
I-
secret.
Yeah, it's like when billionaires tell us we should be content with our wages. It's
Yes,
like, oh, you should be happy to make $15 an hour. It's like,
Yeah.
Cleo stacking. Single diamonds on invisible armor stands. They will kill me if I do that. Like,
Yeah.
actively murder me. I mean, I
But
could
somebody
do
made
it.
a pillar of stone. I have no idea why.
I could do it.
Just
I don't have
stone
5
block.
diamonds. I have like 2 stacks of diamonds. Shut up.
I've got like 100 stacks of birch logs at this point. I should just make a huge pillar
Yeah.
of birch. It's like, oh, I thought we were just making pillars.
We're just making random pillars. It's
Yeah.
fine. My pillar's bigger than
somebody
yours.
started already. I think False Symmetry started to make a glass pillar. And and then I saw on Impulse's area I saw some giant stone pillar. So I don't know what's going on anymore. I just moved the mustache to somebody else and that's it. I don't know what's going on.
I never know
Something's
what's going
going
on.
Yeah.
Something's always going on. I mean, I might just put a pillar and put item frames with all my diamonds in them going up at the side.
I don't know what the hell, man. There's always something.
What I need to do is I need to find a block that looks like diamonds and just use that. What's
And
the
also,
closest block that
I'm
looks
so
like a-
sad. You know, when Mumbo came back, actually my plan was to fill up all his chests at his lousy slime farm with slime balls. So he actually thinks that thing worked.
Does it
So
not
he's really
work?
happy. No, he came back and there was not a single slime ball in there.
Is that because you were selling them?
No.
No.
Because the thing just simply doesn't work. You know, I was next to it. You have to see I built the whole world eater in the trenches for 3 weeks. So the thing was constantly loaded and not even that made it spawn one single slime.
Poor Mumbo.
He comes back, you know, and goes like, it's all excited to check his chest. Nothing in there, not a single one. But yeah, it was too quick. He just logged off and had recorded this clip when I logged on and when I wanted to fill it. So it was just too late.
Oh, poor Mumbo.
Yeah, but
That's
you know,
typical.
let's call it for science. We all know now making a slime farm in a swamp is definitely trash.
I mean, I don't know what the current. I mean, I don't care about
They
all that
spawn,
sort of stuff.
you know, they spawn all below, so from 0 to 40 height level they spawn,
Okay.
and then during night times they can also spawn in swamps. Limited though, so it's very rare that you even get something there.
Okay. Yeah, it's
Not
I
worth
don't
it.
understand the mechanics of Minecraft. I'm just there,
Yeah.
just mooching.
I don't know what
around,
this
it's
is. I
fine.
just live here.
Yeah,
I just
everybody
live here,
sleeps
it's
all the
fine.
time. You know, we rarely have night.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I mean, I hate nighttime because, you know, I die like all the time. So, you know,
Yeah.
it's just best.
At GT. I mean, 0 to 40 from bedrock up. That's, what is this then? Minus whatever. Yeah.
I'm just there to build snakes. That's all I'm there for. It's fine.
What did Iskal say it was?
An elephant.
Clearly an elephant.
Clearly an elephant. I mean, you know,
Should put a trunk on it.
You know, you gotta keep in mind, Iskal spends all of his days when he's not playing Minecraft looking at medieval illuminated manuscripts and the way that they used to draw elephants back then, you know,
I mean,
really...
yeah, no, that's true. That's true.
Looks
It
way
could be
different.
anything. Yeah. I think.
Elephant. Just put a trunk on it and then it's perfected.
Dang it! I mean, it's got to go through changes. I've got to change up some stuff about it because it's.
Sorry, it looks really good.
I'm not happy with like the texturing of it, so I've got to work on it. So, but thank you.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, texturing. Maybe you could do a little bit, set it off the top of the head a little bit.
It's just
Maybe
getting
if you look at the
concrete.
cobra.
It's just getting concrete at this point. Like, I don't even know. Do we have like a gravel mining area even?
No.
There's a
Somebody
lot of
needs
gravel
to
in
make a
caves.
bartering setup finally. I'm too lazy. I wanted to make one this
I
week,
mean,
but
I
then,
don't mind. I don't mind digging gravel. I just got to find out where it is.
pretty
Anyone
good
who's got the
idea is
seed,
to.
find a gravel biome that I can just dig up. It's fine.
The nether is also pretty good now. Like if you take you know,
Okay,
Well-
I'm going to the nether. Right, yeah, me.
Fire-
Okay.
fire resistance and then just dig about, you know.
Uh,
Or pretty much anywhere on the ocean floor or in rivers and stuff, you can quickly shovel a few stacks. No problem. It's all gravel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as long as you're not like trying to fill a double chest with it, you can get little bits of gravel everywhere these days.
But yeah, I also haven't found a proper gravel pit anywhere. Best would be if we finally get a bartering thing done and then we just barter it for the gold. Yeah.
What do you mean barter it for the gold? Like pigmen?
Yeah,
Yeah.
pigmen will trade gravel these days.
Yeah.
Oh. I
The
didn't know
hoglin,
that.
how they're called, the not the piglings. What are the other dudes called?
No, I think it is piglins.
Oh, okay.
It's zombie pigmen and piglins.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So I gotta say, the craziest thing that I've seen people attempting on my Patreon server is they were like, "Oh, we should set up a villager trading hall, but it should be somewhere that's not normally loaded because we don't want to cause lag." So they're gonna put it in the end, and they're just like, "Nobody will click on the beds, right?" And I'm like, oh, there's no rule against this. You guys have fun. Good luck. But like, I'm just watching that, and I'm like, that's a slow motion disaster. Like,
but yeah, it's actually a good place to breed them, right? Have them over
yeah,
there,
as long as
out of the
everybody
way.
knows not to click on the beds.
Yeah.
You just gotta hide the beds. It's fine.
Sounds like a disaster in the making for sure.
Oh yeah, someone's gonna die. Someone's gonna die.
Over, blow the stuff up over the void. That's nice.
Yeah, because that's the thing. It's just like, okay, so you're gonna build this over the void, so the chunks aren't normally loaded, but you're also gonna use beds. Okay.
Yeah. Do beds detonate when villagers use them? I don't think so. Or does the lack of day-night cycle in the end prevent? I don't know. Wrong person.
So that apparently they did test. They follow the same day-night cycle as the overworld.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Not an advantage, no.
So they tested it and then just went, yeah, this seems like a good idea.
My chat is saying, Joe, do a swear. No, it's set to mature so that Doc can swear, not so that I can swear.
I swear?
Oh,
yeah,
it's
a couple
fine.
Of times.
I say it to mature though because I knew that was going to happen. So
I didn't. So thanks for getting me booted off the server. Thanks, Doc. It's fine. I now can no longer. No, Doc doesn't need to do more swear. It's fine. I mean, unless he wants to, it's fine.
Yeah.
Doc's kind of like, I don't really want to.
No.
I don't normally swear that much.
No.
I think. Here and there.
Not really.
It's one of those things that you'll start noticing it more when your kid starts repeating it back. That's when you start being like, oh, yep, got to pay more attention to that.
No. I can swear, you can't. That's the difference. And kids never accept that.
Or do more swear.
It's like, sort of like I used to be around, like, if kids swear at school, the parents get brought in and they tell them what they said and stuff, and like there is a difference between the parents who are mortified and the parents that do not care.
On YouTube, I wouldn't swear at all, and Twitch sometimes I swear a little bit because I guess I don't know.
I only swear if I'm being scared these days, and I can't really stop myself. So,
I find that I'm more likely to swear when I have guests on the show because I switch into more of a conversational. Like I'm not in presentation mode as much, And so if we're just having a casual conversation, I'll swear about as often as I would in a normal casual conversation, which is not a lot, but it's not zero either.
Yeah. I mean, I don't swear. I mean, I used to swear. Some people are going back to my season 2 Hermitcraft where I swore like a pirate. And they're just like,
didn't you make a giant sign that says Cleo kicks?
No. I can't remember who it was. I think it was Bum. They said Cleo. They put a sign that says Cleo is bad, and I put the word ass on the end. But that doesn't count. That's not a swear word. It means donkey. So.
Yes, you're a terrible donkey, Cleo.
I am a terrible donkey. I have known this for a while.
You look nothing like one. Like you're what Iskall thinks a donkey looks like.
I wouldn't recommend going back to season 2. I looked at it the other day and I am just ashamed of it. It's not good.
Why would you be ashamed of your legacy? It's a learning process. That's something to be proud of, to look back and see, look where I came from.
Oh yeah, and I'm looking back from where I came from. Trust me on it. Dear God, it's not good. It's not good content. I guess by today's standard, that's what I'm judging myself on.
Yeah, but back then it was good. I mean, come on, it's like look
it
at
was
the
all
early
right. Let's
Minecraft.
not go too far.
Yeah, but look at the early Minecraft Let's Plays, how that was. Not talking about presentation or anything, but you could make an episode half an hour of caving and people would love it. I mean,
I
it's
did
just
that.
changed.
I did
Yeah.
that. I'm pretty sure I did. Actually, I don't
I
actually
never
think I
did
did.
that.
I don't think I actually did that. I think what I did is I did ABBA caving for an episode, which is slightly different. But yeah, light years of content between. Yeah, it's the standard is just ridiculous,
Yeah.
and everyone's always fighting to keep up with the standard.
But
I
it's
mean,
good. I mean,
I don't know,
gotta
yeah.
go
Bruno.
with-
I think I'm in a worse boat because I look back at my stuff from like, you know,
Still the same.
and I'm like, oh, well, I get mad because I actually look at my stuff from before my kid was born, and I'm like, I was funnier when I got more sleep, and I think I'm still pretty funny now.
You're quite
but
funny
I'm like,
now, yeah.
But I'm like, I was just as funny then. Like, imagine if I had been able to put an extra 3 hours a day into this back, like, over the last 10 years. And it's kind of like,
I mean, you are funnier when you do have a good night's sleep.
Yeah, I'm trying.
I know. And she's not that far off the age where you can actually, maybe, you know, be able to sleep in.
I feel like I'm starting to kind of get my life in order. It's really nice, but yeah, it's like,
yeah. I mean, being a single parent is difficult, so you know you can't really judge yourself on that.
No.
SDR wants Cleo merch that says "Terrible Donkey" on the front.
Very inside.
That is an inside joke, if there ever was one.
Yeah. Adding to the list of t-shirt requests, right?
Oh, don't. I've got so many people going, we need this and this and this, and then I'm like, yeah, but then I've got to source artwork for it, and you know.
Us hermits, we are just not that money hungry. You know.
Speak for yourself. I need it.
Yeah, tips are welcome via paypal.me/Joehills and YouTube Super Chat. We're rotating the camera 1 degree for every dollar that rolls in. We're currently at 5 degrees. So, you know, keep it coming.
I could literally do a text t-shirt or something like that, but then I would feel bad because, dear God.
You know, I appreciate the support people give us and blah, 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 but I still feel weird trying to sell merch and all this stuff after all this. It's just not my thing, man. I don't want to sell stuff to people, man.
I don't mind doing it.
I have a plan.
Oh, God.
You know, soon I might reach 1 million subscribers, and for that I have a little cool plushie plan.
Yeah.
I think that's all right, you know, for some special occasions. But the constant t-shirt merch selling, you know, if you really want to do that to a profitable degree, you have to shell it all the time, man.
Yeah,
and every video and constantly.
You have to really to make the proper money off it. You have to own the vertical and actually do the shipping yourself, at least for the stuff within your own country. And like, I'm looking at that and dealing with 50 states worth of sales tax stuff. I'm like, I can't do this with one product. I have to have like 10 products ready to go in order to justify just the infrastructure to get it going. And it's like, Also, I think I need to go get my drink refilled. So I'll let you all carry the show. Excuse me a second.
Like always, Joe.
Yeah, I actually have the prototype of the plushie here already.
Yeah,
but it's gonna be a surprise.
Well, I was trying to think about, like, because I got approached to do another one, and I'm just like, can we wait until like at least February? And I have obviously, and so I know what I'm doing on the season, and then I'm just like, but really, wouldn't people prefer like the exercise workout Cleo plushie rather than the Medusa one? Because
yeah. You know, I think plushies like that, it's good if you do them for special occasions, maybe or so.
Yeah. I mean, I'm iffy about it, to be honest, as a rule. I mean, I've got like I'm just waiting to like I've got like another 10,000 until I hit 300k on YouTube, and I'm just like maybe then, but I don't know, and I'm kind of like
you never know when is the right time. I just decided now it's gonna be for the 1 million whenever we reach that, and that's it. That's the plan. All right. I got the
Yeah.
bail now. Karen needs to go to an appointment, and
Oh.
also my dinner is about to arrive. Oh yeah!
Enjoy your food. Hope you don't die.
Later.
Bye.
I won't. Later.
See you later, Doc. Yeah. No, actually that's probably a good. Oh, whilst everybody's away, the cat shall play. Actually, what the cat shall do is look for things that I've made. Ragnar, thank you for the raid. Ophelia cheered biddies. You're at dialysis, enjoying the chatting. That's great. Zaymurder has resubscribed. Sunrider has resubscribed. Mini Cheese Mouse has cheered biddies. Crystalite has resubscribed for a year. Thank you. Mad Humph has resubscribed. Mage Twilight cheered biddies. And actually, looking at it, Zaymurder also resubscribed for a year. Thank you very much. But yes, thank you for everything. So, you love the exercise Cleo. Yeah, I mean, like the 80s Cleo stuff was like a lot of fun. It's very niche. And I feel like if I were to bring it back in the YouTubes, I might do it again. James Howlett has subscribed. Welcome to the Horde. If you look to your left and to your right, you'll see there are no exits. Was the Hive Drake comes in a little glass vial a Repo the Genetic Opera reference on your last age? Of course it was. Of course it was. I basically did the song, Rayla.
Hello.
Hi, Joe. How are you?
Hi, Cleo. Has Doc run off?
Doc's food was coming and Karen needed to do stuff.
Totally cool.
So he
It was nice of him to stop by, though.
I know. I wasn't expecting that. It's always nice.
Well, I went and posted it. I try not to bother people every week, but like I figure every 2 or 3 weeks, if I say, "Hey, quick reminder! Every Wednesday, you're welcome to pop in."
Yeah, that's the first time anyone we don't normally do that, and I like it. I like it.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I don't want to spam everybody, but I figure if I bother them every few weeks,
Yeah, that's cool.
we'll see what happens. And this happened. Yay!
Yay! It's nice. I like. Kinda touched.
Aww.
If it is a Medusa plush, some of the snakes need hats. Yeah. I mean, like, there's so many things that people have asked me for merch-wise over the years. And for me, it's finding a designer. Because there's a designer that I want to use. Because they're just an awesome person to start with. And I like the way they did my character. But it's just finding the time to do it,
Well, and that's a big part of it too, is it's like my primary job is making YouTube videos and streaming. And I don't want to let the people down who it's there's some overlap between the people who love my streams and want merch.
Yeah.
But if I'm skipping 2 streams a week for a month so that I can try and get merch up and running.
Yeah. I mean, you handle your merch differently to me, so it wouldn't take me anywhere near that long, but I just want to have a decent product.
Yeah. Well, but that's part of why I want to do it this way, is because that's the way to ensure like getting it locally printed and I can quality control everything better. You know what I mean? And okay, it looks like we just got a tip rolling in via PayPal. Let's see who that's from. Thank you very much to Rosalind for the 12. I'm going to go ahead and get that on the abacus here and then rotate the camera another 12 degrees.
Yay! Yeah, tape is very pretty. Got a lot of washi tape for this one. But you can see how it's been used kind of throughout the journal, because this is just how I do it now, because it's easy and pretty all at once. And,
Rosalind writes, still waiting on that Joehills body pillow. So the thing is, I wouldn't sell body pillows. I would sell body pillow cases because they're easier to ship. You can buy your own pillow locally.
I mean, that's reasonable. That's actually a reasonable thing.
I mean, you just gotta think this stuff through, right?
Hermitcraft Lego sets would not work because they're branded, and Lego would not. They wouldn't. They just wouldn't. They wouldn't sponsor us. I mean, I don't think they would.
14 wide here, so I'm going. So that gets us to 12. Then 14 would be here. Nope, that's too low. And then 8 tall.
It's so shiny. I mean, the rest of it's not shiny. But yeah, this one was deliberate. Like I say, it's my birthday month. I'm allowed to have shiny things on my birthday month.
So I actually bought a bunch of art supplies this week,
Oh,
and I was gonna open the stream by talking about those, but I didn't, since Doc popped in, and I figured Doc will be here for like 10-15 minutes.
I didn't expect him to
It's nice of him to stick around. I've noticed, though, he's one of the most open to having people just pop into his streams and stuff, too.
Well, he doesn't stream when I stream, or when I'm online. I barely see Doc, to be fair.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing, is, like, I used to, there was a while where he was streaming right when I was making my daughter lunch in the morning for school.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would hop in and just, like, say hey for like 5 or 6 minutes on my like cell phone headphones or whatever. Mm-hmm. Just be like, oh, hey Doc, what you working on? Oh, cool. And then see him another few days later, do the same thing. And I was kind of like, I hope I'm not bothering him by popping in all the time, but he's always saying people should pop in. So
I mean, yeah, he is the biggest proponent I found of people. Yeah. So
I'm glad he decided to do the same for us.
Yeah.
That was very cool.
That was very nice of him. Thanks, Doc. Thank you.
Yes. So, I wanted to demonstrate appreciation for him popping in by not immediately being like, Cleo, let me show you all the things I bought at the art store.
Oh, hang on. I haven't got your stream up yet because Doc was talking. Okay. Doc was talking. So I now need to go and get Joe's stream up. I'll be right back, chat. It's fine.
Okay. And then meanwhile, we got another 10 rolling in from Mahi0, who says, let's get the camera a little more tilted. That's right. For every 10 we receive, or I receive, not Cleo too. Or for every $1 I receive, the camera is rotating an additional degree angular. So we're going up to 27 degrees angular.
Okay. Do that. And now I've got a Joe up. Yay! Thank you to all the people who are doing like stream loot stuff as well. I do see you. Thank you very much.
Okay, so I went to the art store, and like I've been trying to get to the art store for like 2 months, so my list of stuff that I need to pick up kept getting longer.
Yeah.
But first thing I did was I picked a bunch of individual pencil colors, because they have like a thing where it's just like individual color pencils. So I got like several like blues that kind of fit in my t-shirt color palette for my skin. So if I'm doing skin design, as well as actually, I guess 6 of these are kind of blues or teals.
Yeah.
And then I got some better browns and oranges because that was kind of lacking in the existing set when I was trying to do some of those Japanese wood blocks, as well as some different grays. So I think that's going to help if I do more of those woodblock prints. But then I also got a set of metallic pencils.
Shiny. Like literally shiny.
Literally shiny. I got another... I love these stencil things for doing geometric shapes. Like, they're just... I don't know. They make me happy, and they're cool. Let's see. Sergeant Pickles 13 tips 5 and says, hey Joe, math nerd here. Current angle is tan... okay, so yeah, the angles on the pinball machine from my last stream, I realized were wrong, ripped it down after the last stream, and fixed it off camera yesterday, or at least I started fixing it. But yes, you are absolutely right, Sergeant Pickles. My math was wrong. So thank you for bringing that to my attention, and also thank you for rotating the camera another 5 degrees, bringing us to 32.
Yay.
Yes. So Cleo, the other 2 things I got were, I got a small dot grid book that I'm doing a bunch of my measurements for the pinball machine, like when I'm actually over there with the tape measure, because I'm actually measuring all the parts. People are like, why don't you just use a random CAD design from the internet? And it's like, because I would have no way of knowing which things in it were wrong, right?
Yeah.
So I'm actually measuring the pinball machine I'm renting, which is part of why I have it. And then I've got a dot grid pad for like actually building out designs and stuff based on those measurements. So
cool.
I'm excited about that.
That's cool.
I'm also realizing as I'm moving stuff in front of the camera that it's refocusing. So autofocus turns back on every time the computer reboots. Thanks, the computer. So let me see if
Thanks, the computer.
Fix that. I'm gonna do. So it's gonna go wildly out of focus while I manually focus it. Sorry, everybody.
Oh no.
There we go. Much better. But yeah, so I'm excited about that because I'm gonna. So I've started building my pinball mega base, like just the outline of it with like leaf blocks as like scaffolding.
Yeah.
But I haven't actually chosen how I'm gonna theme the game yet, or what the playfield is gonna look like. And so I'm trying to right now design a template that I can then copy. So I can, design the sides and front and back glass and playfield of the machine multiple times, multiple different ways, and then see what I like most at the end, and then build that.
Yeah, I still haven't decided what my base is going to be, like my base. I'm still working on my starter base, to be honest.
That's totally fair. Laura McNeil, thank you so much for tipping 6. Let's rotate the camera another 6 degrees. Bringing us to 38.
Has subscribed. Welcome to the Horde. If you look to your left and to your right, you'll see there are no exits. Yep.
Yeah, it's one of those things. There's a lot of math that's going into this pinball machine. Yeah, Sergeant Pickles says, just trying to help. One of the few times my teacher was right in high school about using advanced math in real life. Yeah, that's the thing, is I'm actually, as I'm working on it, I'm trying to do all the math now. I'm trying to get all the scaffolding in place and mark where the things are going to be, so that when I'm actually start building it, I don't have to rebuild it 15 times. I'd rather rip down a bunch of... Well, that's what we did last time.
That's what you did last time.
Yeah, so this
you were
time
very
I'm
math
working...
heavy. I was not. I was just sort of like, yeah, it looks right.
Yeah, so this time I'm working with leaves to get the whole 3-dimensional structure in place. And then from there, I'm gonna, actually start building it out. But I was looking at things like just the mechanism for the coin door, like the way the coins go in and the buttons press to get a refund and stuff. That's an entire episode. Like, that mechanism is going to be gigantic. It's going to be like 30 blocks tall. No, wait, no, that's wrong. It's going to be 60 blocks
sorry, one
tall.
second. Mindhoarder gifted 2 subs with Joe's profile picture. That's a bit weird, but thank you very much.
Well, no, one of the subs was for me.
Was it for you?
Yeah, that's why my profile picture showed up. So,
oh
wait, it looks like that there's almost a hype train.
Oh, almost a hype train.
I got the whistle.
We're ready with the whistle. If anybody wants to push it over, feel free.
But yeah, so thank you very much though for the gifted sub, Mindhoarder. Appreciate it.
Thank you very, very much. That was very confusing for me because that's Joe, but not Joe.
Why is it? Yeah, when is Joe a Mexican chip dish when it's not Joe? I don't.
Major Twilight Chip Biddies, thank you. Canna Russia gifted a sub, and we got a hype train. Pushbog Chip Biddies, Letty Salem Chip Biddies, JT Chip Biddies. It feels like everybody went like, oh no, I can push it over. Zuck My Feet has subscribed. Interesting name. Welcome to the Horde. If you look to your left and to your right, you'll see there are no exits. Everybody, throw some hands. Jamon gifted 5 community gift subs. Thank you very, very much. Bakura gifted a sub to Doc.
Nice. Well, Doc doesn't need to see ads when he visits your channel.
No one needs to see ads when they visit my channel. If I could avoid that, I would.
Yeah, I wish I could pay to not show ads on Twitch.
Yeah.
Like, if Twitch was like, just give us $300 a month,
well, that's
so that nobody on your channel ever sees ads, I would pay that.
I'm not sure I'd pay that much, but yeah, no.
I think it would be worth it. I think
all the
that
subs on my
saving
channel.
every viewer I have from seeing ads, like, I want them to live happy, productive lives. If I can save that many people that much time every month, then yeah, that's worth $300 to me.
Fair enough. Thank you, Moza Bob, for the 100 biddies. Thank you, Mini Cheese Mouse, for the 100 biddies. You are helping. You are all helping. And we're in emote only mode for a minute. Off you go, guys. Throw those hands.
Oh. I'm realizing that there's certain things that I should have measured that I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, while I was refilling my drink, I ran down and I measured the back glass. Because I was like, I measured the back box, which holds the back glass and the speaker panel, but I didn't measure the back glass itself.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm realizing that some of the stuff that I don't have measurements for, I can take the things I do and then use subtraction like an adult. But I don't want to. So, like the whole... So I'm trying to figure out how wide the playfield is, excluding the shooter lane.
Yeah. I'm just smiling and nodding because I don't know.
So the cabinet is 56 wide, but the plywood... So there's 4 centimeters of plywood there, so that's 52.
Math with
wide.
Joe.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mage
Although
of
there's
Twilight,
a little
for
bit
the
of
biddies.
a gap on either side.
Ganymede, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the Horde. I'm sorry.
Oh, plus there's that. So that's 1.5. So I need to subtract another 3. So 56 minus 7 is 49. Okay, so the actual usable area of the playfield is about 49 centimeters. And then I'm gonna check this, and I'm gonna find out it's like 73 somehow. And I'll be like, "What? How did I
get it so wrong?
How is the playfield 20 centimeters wider than the cabinet? Did I measure the cabinet wrong?"
The answer is
probably.
Yes.
Yeah, the answer is usually yes. Somehow I measured the cabinet wrong.
Oh, you're very welcome, Hula. Growing up in hospitals and doing things that take your mind from the situation is good. I'm glad that I could actually help with that. That does make a very big difference, I'm sure. You're very welcome. And thank you, Mine Hoarder, for the next 2 subs. I don't know who they belong to now, but the icon has changed, so it is definitely what Joe said it was. I was very confused. Thank you very much indeed.
People in my chat have been posting pig emoji because they thought you said throw some hams.
Oh, well, they need to watch my stream a bit more then, because
yeah, apparently. Which I think you can actually see the hands. Yeah, Cleo's stream is subset inside my stream right now, so
you can see the hands.
You can see that.
Many hands.
Okay.
But now that you've said it, everybody throw some hams, if you can. I don't know how you managed to do that, but go for it.
Okay. So, if I wanted to make this...
Thank you, Kitty the City, for the resub. It's appreciated. Hams does not equal hands. What do you mean? I thought it was obvious what I meant. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay. So, it looks like this dot grid pad is 42 blocks wide.
Mm-hmm.
Which is just slightly too narrow to have the 49 wide table design. So that means that if I want to design the playfields on here, I'm gonna have to do it landscape mode, and just have it sliced up, or I have to do it at half scale. And so I would make it 25 wide.
I've just realised that there's 2 days in... Oh dear. There's 2 days in the next week. So where are we at? 22?
Rex is yelling names of ham. Prosciutto, honey, Iberico, spiral cut.
Well, now I'm hungry again.
Why would we do this to ourselves? Okay. So,
I mean, I could have one of my snacks now. I mean, that's the thing that I can do. But eating on stream seems so...
Yeah, I don't know.
Gauche.
That's not really my scene.
No.
Okay.
I mean, there is, like, May is 31 days long, right? Yeah. Why have I did not do...
That's 25 here.
I keep on doing this to myself.
So
I can't count. Is my problem.
8. Yeah, so that's the thing is I made a little I when I get new dot grid paper, I put a count thing across the bottom here. And so then when I'm trying to mark things on future pages, I can go back to this page and then slide it up and use it as kind of a ruler.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Probably.
So I'm marking okay, where's 8, 16? Yeah. So then I can work backwards from there if I need. So this one's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, so then 12, 16, 20. Okay. So this is gonna be, each grid represents 2 centimeters. Okay.
Joe put up footage of the Guppy Geyser. Yes, he did.
Yeah. So originally the plan was we were going to post them at the same time, and then I was running late, and I asked Cleo for an extension, and then Cleo was running late and told me to just go ahead since mine was already scheduled. My plan... Oh, that was the other topic I had for today, but Doc showed up. I wanted to put my Guppy Geyser video live right when we started the stream so I could read the comments as they came in. So... Alice says, I'm legit bookmarking this as a relaxation video. This is fantastic. I wish there was more rain. The whole interlude with Cub halfway through makes up for that. Asteria says, that extra sloppy slap from the slime blocks, lol. Cryptic Fen says, this was very suitable to relax to. The Guppy Geyser is a very special natural wonder. Etude Pu de Vitriol says, I have the urge to make everyone I know see this. Do you study? Do you relax? Well, let me tell you about the greatest video you ever need to press play on. Roadsteading says, lol, exactly what I expected. Mary Gershwin says, I can't wait to see what the Hermitcraft recap guys make out of this. I don't know if this technically... I'm not putting this in my main Hermitcraft series playlist.
Oh, no, absolutely not. No.
Because that's going to be the part where anyone watching it stops it. Nova says, put it on loop for 8 to 10 hours. I could sleep to that. Priestess Goat says, this is beautiful. Alvina Dark says, I want to hate it, but in a weird way, I like it. Why?
It is ridiculously soothing for what it is. That's the problem.
Yeah. Jacob McDormand writes, nature is healing provided you aren't a fish. Then it's harming. Gonna Fly Now says, this is going on my second monitor at work as my relaxation video of the day. I hope I get some asks about it.
I'm gonna... mine's gonna have music in it. I don't know if yours has music or not.
Mine doesn't have music in it.
Mine's gonna have music in it. Sort of like as a like along with the fish slappy sounds.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, this is... I titled it Hi-Fi Guppy Geyser because it's 4K 60.
Oh, mine's gonna be low fish something or other. I
should have called it High Fish Guppy Geyser. No, I missed.
You missed the pun.
I missed it. I was sitting there looking at it I was looking at this for so long last night, just thinking like, oh, there's a joke here. Because it's beats to relax to study to, and I'm like, what's a fish word that rhymes with beats? And there's no fish word that rhymes with beats. And so yeah.
So low fin could work.
Low fin, high fin Guppy Geyser. But yeah.
And it's going to be something like music to relax and study to or something. It's just going to be like YouTube kind of audio library stuff. But, you know,
yeah.
It is
well, for me, for me, the point of the goal, my learning goal for this project was to learn how to work with 4K footage.
Mm-hmm.
And, oh my gosh, I ran into so many weird bottlenecks and roadblocks and things. Like, if I was trying to solve those problems and edit a real video at the same time, I would have given up. But the fact that I knew the fact that this is just 60 minutes of continuous one camera angle meant I could just focus on dealing with the 4K
my camera angle moves.
Oh, that's cool.
Slowly around. So yeah, so it's we got slightly different videos, but you know, nearest makes a difference.
Grace Winder suggests bass beats, as in bass beats.
Oh god.
Oh, I technically could edit the video title. Beck Alistar Rialis says, I watched the whole Guppy Geyser Hi-Fi video and managed to write another 1,500 words for my dissertation. I guess I found an alternative to Weezer songs on loop.
I mean, if it works for you, it works for you. There's not a lot I can say, except why does it work for you?
Yeah, somebody says you can still rename it, Joe. The thing is, if you rename a video right after it goes live, it screws with the suggestion engine. And it might not show up in people's feeds. So it's better to wait a couple days. So
it's so stupid.
YouTube is so terrible in so many ways that y'all don't even have to worry about. Like,
yeah, be grateful. Be grateful.
Yeah.
Yay, 26 exists. For some.
Yeah, like some. Oh, go on.
So sorry, no. For some reason, the 20 numbers I always seem to miss out at least one when I'm doing this, and it baffles me as to why that's a thing.
Gotcha.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, no problem. Just trying to figure out how this is going to go here. So I need 4 centimeters.
Why is the OWO disabled? Because I'm not feeling it today. Sometimes I just don't, and you know, and I'm feeling like I was saying earlier to Joe before we went live that I had a really weird night's sleep, and I wasn't I wasn't myself today, so
I appreciate you still making time for us, Cleo.
That's okay. That's okay. I'm okay. It's just I had weird dreams, and like my brain isn't working like 100%. Did the other 100 baby challenge videos go to my YouTube channel too? They do. They do. Yeah. So my secondary YouTube channel, which is just like this. This has all my YouTube stuff on it. It has all my Twitch stuff on it, but it takes like maybe a week or two to go through it, and I can hear myself through Joe's video.
Again, I'm sorry.
I don't know if that's me or you, to be honest.
Wait, through my video or through my headphones?
Through your headphones, I think.
Okay, let me turn you down again in my headphones.
You turn me down so much, Joe. I'm distraught, as you can tell. And that's a joke I would never make if I was feeling myself, because that just feeds people, and people don't need feeding.
Wait, does turn me down mean something in England? I don't think I understand. Is that supposed to be innuendo?
It's a romantic thing. You turn me down romantically. You're not interested.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So, you know, we've never had that kind of relationship, just so you know.
No, you've made that very clear.
I've made it absolutely 100% clear. I'm the one doing the turning down. No.
Exactly.
No, it's just.
The viewers deserve to know what's what.
Don't joke. The viewers deserve to know the truth.
Okay, I'm just trying to count to 50. I'm currently.
It's okay.
I'm trying. Yeah, sorry. So it's like I'm just marking the numbers up here.
I'm just trying to do a weekly plan with just 2 days in it. And
oh, that's always fun.
Yeah, I need to do something on this page. We need to. It doesn't have to be in a romantic sense. I mean, it doesn't, but you will not really find any person using it really in a non-romantic sense.
You could say like, oh, I asked my coworkers if they wanted to go go-karting on Saturday, and they turned me down.
Yeah, you could say it that way. No one ever would, but you could. Turning down an offer is declining. Turning down a person is romantically rejecting them. Yeah.
Hey, thank you for the raid, Sloomy. Glad you could join us. We are currently doing some illustration work I'm figuring out the measurements on this graph paper first, or not paper.
Yeah, Joe is specifically working out like measurements. That is what Joe's job is today, apparently.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, when you get a new pad or something, you know, kind of figuring out how much space you have on each page, like, is helpful.
True.
And in theory, I could have tried to count this in the store, but like I wasn't going to. That looks super neurotic. That's an insane person thing to do.
Yeah, and Joe would never do anything that looks insane.
Oh, I actually did get I ended up getting to go behind the scenes of the art store because I asked a random employee if the paper in this dot grid spiral bound notebook here was acid free, and the guy's like, it turned out to be the general manager, and he's like, okay, I've never seen this before. I don't know who ordered this. Why do we even why are we selling these? There's no labels on them. Yeah, because like normally I would just like look up stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
But literally there was like just a price tag, but like it's an internal barcode, not a UPC.
Oh.
And so he's like, he's trying to figure out where these came from. And he's like, just follow me. Hold on. Let me go ask this guy. Let me go ask this lady. And like, we're just walking around the store while he asks people about these mysterious notebooks. And it's like, I think somebody ordered those for a visiting professor ordered those for one of the art classes and they were surplus. Okay. So then when we had to go talk to the guy, I got to go visit the back offices of the art supply store so we could visit the guy who does
neurotic.
Well, the manager kept saying, oh, come on, this won't take long. And I'm like, okay. Like,
I have a life, sir.
Well, like, you know.
But I got to visit the outside of it. It's neurotic. You just need to say, I don't know. I don't even know where those came from. I'm very sorry, sir. That would work.
Yeah. But, like, you know, the thing is, though, they've got, like, a display with a bunch of these in the front of the store now. And so, like, it's, like, one of the first things you see when you walk in. He's going to get this question, like, 100 times. So I don't blame him for wanting to chase it down.
No, but still, you don't, like, a customer doesn't need to have this question. I have a life who's... Shut up.
He kept assuming that, like, the next person we talked to would have the answer, though. So it wasn't like the plan was to talk to 12 people, right?
Yeah.
I think we only ended up talking to like 4, but still, like, that's a lot of people. Normally, when I go shopping, the only person I talk to is the cashier. And,
yeah.
You know, I say,
I'm right there
please.
with you.
You know, that sort of thing. Like, I
only talk to the cashier if I can't find a self-checkout.
Well, at, like, art supply stores and bookstores and stuff, they don't have self-checkouts. That's more of a grocery thing.
Fair enough. Thank you, Mine Hoarder, for the gift subs again. Thank you, Mini Cheese Mouse, for the biddies. Appreciated.
But yeah. That's kind of interesting, though. Like, getting to see behind the scenes of, like, the art supply shop. Because, it's like, because they got, like, office space, but then they also have, like, warehouse space, and it's, I don't know.
Yeah. I'm just confused. It's fine. I'm used to it. You don't drag the customer with you. You say, wait here, I'll find out for you. I mean, that is another way to handle things, but...
Yeah.
It is what it is. It is what it is. You work in a grocery store and you still always use... I mean, self-checkout for me is just, like... I am an introvert. I don't want to have to talk to... Like people being just sets my anxiety off.
That's why you're such good friends with me, because I'm never helpful to you. It's like, we help other people plenty while antagonizing each other.
I mean, that's pretty much how all my close relationships go. It's just... Not gonna lie about it. It seems futile to lie about it. You've seen how I am with Jevon. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But it gave Joe
Von
that fun
for Math-
story to tell. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Von for Bass says, I'd rather be dragged around the store than standing in one place waiting for a half hour. Yeah, because that's the other thing is, like, you know, this ended up taking like 12, 15 minutes. Like, I wouldn't have wanted to just stand there, but I would have felt awkward just, like, checking out and leaving.
Yeah, no.
You know? And, like, I also had a whole bunch of other stuff in my basket. So I couldn't just abandon the store at that point, because I was like, I came here, I've been trying to get here for 2 months, I finally got over here, I've got all these color pencils and stuff I'm excited about. Like, yeah. Brianna Horton says, asking the customer to wait while you get the answer almost always results in the customer disappearing, never to be seen again. Yeah.
I mean, they would see me again, I just maybe wouldn't.
You'd have different hair. And a mask.
And yeah. I always have a mask.
Yeah.
That's we talked about this.
But
I always have
mask.
a mask.
Yeah.
Our self-checkout lines have gotten long enough that sometimes it's actually less contact with people to go to the staff checkouts. Yeah. Give a customer the chance to flee. I mean, like, it might be the British in me, but I think you should always give the customer a chance to flee. Because nobody wants to talk to other people. At least I don't. And I am incredibly antisocial. So, you know. Honestly, I feel like teaching gave me enough talking to people for it to last me a lifetime.
Sorry, Cleo. I just got caught up reading Bloomberg Business News.
Why? Why now?
Because I was like, oh man, in the same room that I posted that Cleo and I are doing our art stream, there's a bunch of posts. And I was like, I bet it's Doc saying, like, y'all should go and hang out with Joe and Cleo. I just had a great time, you know, or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what happened after the UHC. He was like, oh my gosh, Joe ran a great UHC. I'm more excited than ever about UHCs, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, maybe that happened again. But apparently there's a Bloomberg article with the title, Amazon's Twitch seeks to revamp creator pay with focus on profit. And the top line items are, live streaming site wants to promote use of advertisements. Top talent could see reduction in share of subscription fees. So Amazon wants to incentivize people to run more ads, and so they're going to put everybody on a 50-50 split is what it looks like. They're getting rid of the 70-30 for the top partners.
I'm already on 50-50. It's not going to make me run more ads. But also, dear God, they are asking a lot, aren't they?
Yeah, they want to do bonus payouts for running extra ad minutes. So if you stream 40 hours a month and always run 2 minutes of ads per hour, then you get an extra $100, which is okay. So that means you're running 80 minutes of ads for hundreds or thousands of people for only $100 a month. This is what I'm saying about, like, it's not worth the people's time.
No,
like,
it's not worth my, like, I've already got those payout offers. I mean, I don't know how much I'm allowed to say, but, like, it's not $100. It's not even $100 for me.
Yeah, like, you mind if I put the Bloomberg article in your chat? I'm posting it in mine.
No, that's fine. Go for it.
If they, just as a reference, if you're curious what I'm talking about. So
doesn't seem profitable for people actually. Like what they've said is they want me to automate my stream, my advert times. So.
Yep. So if you want to keep shows like this on the air, the best way to do it is to support streamers directly, like me, via paypal.me/Joehills, or however Cleo does that.
You can give me money directly. That is true. You can also buy Streamloots cards. I get a 90% cut of everything there. So, you know, that's a company that actually, you know, cares. and you know they're not exactly trying to profit off us too badly, so I can function with that.
Yeah, it's funny because sometimes people are like, Joe, if you partnered, and not just people, but like people who are Twitch partners, are like, Joe, if you partner with Twitch, you would generate twice as much revenue than you do like with PayPal. And I'm like, well, I would have to generate twice as much revenue because half of it would be going to Twitch. Why should I make my audience pay twice as much so I can make the same amount of money?
Yep.
Like, it's, you know, I'm gonna link my Patreon too real quick.
Yeah, you can't.
$5 a month gets you on the Discord.
Yeah,
$10 a month gets you the server.
Yeah, Streamloots and Patreon is huge. Streamloots and Patreon is huge for creators.
So what I'm worried about is that Twitch is going to start running ads, not just at the beginning. And so I make no money off Twitch ads, but they still run ads at the beginning of my stream when people join, right?
Yep.
If they start doing automated ads in the middle of my stream, like, and I'm not getting a payout, like that makes me want to just go YouTube only at that point. Like,
I mean, for you, that would be a reasonable.
I mean, if they start running 2 minutes of ads an hour just in the middle of me doing my show, that's kind of nonsense. But I hopefully it doesn't come to that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
how much.
What percentage of Ben Sanders says, I forgot what percentage of Twitch Prime views streamers get. 50% if they have the normal contract.
Yeah, I have the normal contract.
But I mean, I'm just gonna keep telling all my viewers to use AdBlock, so because I don't really make money off ad revenue anyway. You're not hurting me, and the people that you do want to help spend the money.
You're not hurting me either. You know, if you have ever like here's the thing: if you have ever donated anything over like 50 cents, you have already paid for your ads.
You could watch all 2,000 of my videos and I would be lucky to make $1 or $2 in ad revenue. If you tip $5, you've covered 20 years of Joehills video watching.
Yeah. I mean, there are like the problem with platforms making all the monetization issues is that they take such a huge cut.
Yeah.
I mean, I did notice, and I have turned it on. I don't think it'll ever get used. There is YouTube now does super thanks on videos, which is like all the YouTube streaming, like all the YouTube like super chats and stuff. But for videos, I've turned it on. I don't think anyone's going to use it because why would they? But YouTube takes less, I think, from what I understand, than Twitch does. So, you know, it's weird. It's weird.
It is. Also, thank you, Tobias, for tipping 5, who says, for the guppies. So we're going to go ahead and rotate our camera now an additional 5 degrees to get us up to 43. Woo!
And I will also say thank you to the people who have done Streamloots for me, because that's I mean, aside from Patreon, that's the biggest cut share that I can possibly, well, no, aside from direct donations, it's the biggest cut share. How much does Patreon take? I think like 2 or 3%.
Yeah,
something like that. Not much. But, you know, Patreon is... That feels like it goes down my YouTube side rather than my streaming side, so... Yeah. Is what it is. It's so annoying to pressure viewers to give money to they don't have or don't want. Yeah,
well,
I mean...
I always say that the people who are paying... are allowing everyone else to watch for free.
They are.
Like,
they are. That does make a difference.
Like, yeah, no one should ever feel bad if they can't afford to or choose not to support the show, because that's a waste of the money that everybody else is spending. Everybody else is spending money so that you can feel good about enjoying the show.
Yeah.
By making the show possible. That's, yeah. And, and it's a fine line to walk, because I notice, like, on streams where I don't remind people to tip, they just don't. But I still have to pay rent at the end of the month. So, you gotta kind of walk a balance there.
Yeah. I don't like doing it. I don't like saying, hey, you can donate. I tend to do it when Joe's in the stream, because Joe makes me less self-conscious about it.
Yay.
It does make me feel awkward to do that sort of stuff. But I also, if you've noticed, I also don't actually promote anything really. Like, I don't ask people to subscribe. I don't, I don't ask people to like, favorite, subscribe, or do anything like that. I think I've done that once as a joke. But yeah, it's really awkward for me. Thank you, Mindhorde, for the gift sub. It's appreciated.
Scott B says, how does YouTube Premium work out for you guys? YouTube Premium is the same thing as if somebody watches an ad. So, like, every 1,000 people that shows up, we get a penny or something.
How?
So,
well, from what I understand is that YouTube, you get, like, it's their YouTube cut is split between all the people that they watch. So, for example, if they've watched 10 people, their money gets split between 10 people. So,
is that how it works? Okay.
Yeah, you get more. Oh, Luke has tipped a quid saying paying for my ad blocker. No, I am never gonna. I use ad blocker in certain ways. I also use YouTube Premium, so Yeah,
I use YouTube Premium and ad blockers.
So I'm never gonna say don't do it. But then I also sub to people and gift money and stuff, and promote in other ways for people that I watch. So
Okay.
But yeah, I have to say, I feel less guilty now that I've got YouTube Premium. So it's been a while, but yeah. Only XX% of you are subscribed to my channel. Oh god, that makes me the thought of doing that makes me cringe. Did you know that only 32% of people are subscribed to my YouTube channel? The rest of you are getting this content for free. No, they're watching your ads. That's how they do it. It's how it works. Stop it. Stop it.
Yeah. Oh, hey, we got 5 rolling in from Dave, who says, doing my part to support the show I like. Hey, appreciate you, Dave. That's going to put us at 48 degrees rotation. And I've got 2 more of these to read, if that's okay, Cleo.
Yeah, go for it.
We got another one here from Bastion for 10. So thank you very much, Bastion. Let's rotate the camera now up to 58 degrees. Dee-dee-dee-dee.
Dee-dee-dee-dee.
Okay, and then the next one just rolling in is from Saul for 5. Thank you, Saul, who says, I just had to pay for all those 20 years of ad block. Appreciate you doing so. That's 63 rolling in.
Look, if you've ever... Sorry, go for it.
63 degrees angular now. But yeah, I was thinking too. Well, and this is like YouTube, just ad revenue in general is kind of a losing proposition. That's why a bunch of people are going to those VPN ads, because you can get a company to cut you a check for a few $1,000s instead of having to deal with YouTube giving you, pennies on, So, like, I'm trying to avoid that by going and staying fully viewer supported.
Yeah, I mean, I would like to be fully viewer supported, but it's not specifically feasible for me at the moment. So...
Wait, what's the remainder of your revenue then? Just ads?
What do you mean?
Well, okay, so like my revenue, there's kind of 3 main buckets, but they're all direct viewer support. There's PayPal, there's Patreon, and then there's YouTube Super Chat. And then, like, technically YouTube ads, I make a few $100s a month, but it's less than I pay in health insurance. But I don't really consider YouTube ads as one of my major revenue streams.
YouTube ads is a quarter of my...
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
You must be better at YouTube than I am. Oh, but I also don't do the mid-roll ads. That's probably.
I very rarely do mid-roll ads.
Well, you just have better numbers, I guess. I don't really look at those.
I don't really look at the numbers, to be honest.
But that's the only, like, unless maybe my health insurance is such a high percentage, or unless my health insurance is so high.
Yeah.
That, wow. It's like, wait, if my health insurance was a quarter of my income, would I be able to? No, that's not a reasonable amount of money. No. Yeah, so you're clearly making more off ads than I am. Good job.
Sorry, Joe. I didn't.
No. I'm intentionally, well, and that's the thing though, is especially because my previous employer was in the advertising industry. Mm-hmm. I was like, a downswing in the ad industry would hit me on two fronts if I'm too dependent on ad revenue for my YouTube show, right? And so I've intentionally tried to structure it so that I'm not making YouTube ads or making money off YouTube ads, and instead I'm trying to build the business around direct viewer support.
Yeah. Shut up and take my money, but meant in a nice way.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not proud. We're not gonna deny taking your money.
Thank you for the 10, Darren. Yeah, I mean, I used to be a lot more self-conscious about it before I became a single parent, and I'm like, I need all the help I can get. So let's go ahead and rotate that camera another 10 degrees there, putting us at 73 degrees angular. And thank you again to Darren for that. And wow, we had another one rolling in. From Sarah for another 10. Woo! So thank you, Sarah. That is going to get us up to 83 degrees angular. Ba-da-da-da.
Snuffles the Conqueror tipped and said, let's keep the show going. You are awesome. Thank you very, very much indeed. It's very much appreciated. How much control do we have about YouTube ads? Not much. We can control certain categories.
It's an intentionally difficult to use system. Like, they don't want creators messing with it. They want us to let the algorithm put in ads every 2 minutes or 3 minutes, and we have to say no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes, like, I let a video go and it will put in like 4 mid-roll ads, and I don't really like mid-roll ads as a concept.
No,
so
I don't either.
I do an ad at the beginning and at the end, and that's it. But sometimes I will forget to look, and they will sneak ads in. So
well, I've found, so you have to have at least a post-roll ad, or YouTube will penalize you in the algorithm. They don't want to recommend videos that have 0 ads. So that's why I've got a Patreon tier where people can support to remove the pre-roll ads from the videos, but not a tier where they can remove the post-roll ads. But anyway, I need to use the restroom real quick. I will be right back. Excuse me.
You'd rather see personalized ads. I don't really know what that means specifically. Like, you want me to take... Like, I'm very iffy about taking things, yeah. I mean... Okay, let's talk about Raid Shadow Legends. I got an offer, and somebody says, we're looking for somebody to... But they specifically want you to do a Twitch stream for a turn-based RPG game. And I like, in no place did they put down what the game actually was. And now I will do sponsored stream for games if they approach me, and if they are games that I would like to play. And like, I can't remember what they offered me, like $1,000 with an opportunity to earn more. And then I said, I think I literally put like, hi name, I'm interested, but what is the game that you are suggesting? Cleo. And then it was just sort of like, our game is Raid Shadow Legends, and they gave me this whole spiel, and I put in, I was like, I do not want to work with Raid Shadow Legends, thank you, goodbye. So make an ad for sub to Cleo. She's an average content creator, but she's cool, so go to the link in the description and donate to her. I mean, I could make an ad for Twitch, just sort of like, have you heard of Zombie Cleo? She's all right, actually. You know, do you want your YouTube, your Twitch experience to be non-bigoted? Go to Zombie Cleo. Raid Shadow Legends, what's wrong with it? Ethics. They are ethically loot boxy and pay to win. So yeah, I like it's just a pretty bad game. It's like it spends a lot of money on advertising and it has pay to win mechanics. It's also not actually a good game. I've never played it, so I can't judge on that. I just will not promote anything that's got loot boxes in it, like ever. And I don't agree with microtransactions. So, and they spam every streamer, and they've gotten and nobody's responding to them anymore. So they are doing what I said, which is they're just not putting the name of the game in. So, you know. Like I say, I have no problems doing sponsored streams for actual games. I mean, I've got a fairly wide interest in games in general, so I will play pretty much anything. As long as it's not a platformer. I don't like platformers. So yeah. And like in the contract that I've seen at the moment is like Shade Rado Legends. Yeah, that's what we're going with. Has put it in their contract that you can disparage the game now. Whereas they, you know, the most advertisers. No, there are middlemen. Middlemen spam me constantly. And can I point out how little sponsored content I actually do? I think I have to actually, care about something if I want to do a sponsored content. So yeah, it's.
Hello, I'm back. I also needed to measure more stuff on the pinball machine.
That's fine. I was talking about Raid Shadow Legends, and what they did to me recently.
Wait, did they mess with you somehow?
Oh no! That somebody approached me saying they had a sponsorship for a game. And nowhere in the email did it say what the game was. And I said, okay, what's the game? And that was literally my email. You haven't mentioned the game's title. What's the title? And it goes, oh, I'm currently working for Raid Shadow Legends. And I'm not interested in doing stuff for Raid Shadow Legends. Because, it's just, it's like a lot of the time I will ignore things that I don't want. But, it was sort of like there was a concrete offer. And I'm just like, what's the game? It's very suspicious. So I responded just to see. Yep. That's how it goes sometimes. I've only do Stream Loops and Deathloop sponsorships. I didn't even get sponsored for Deathloop. Deathloop was, the game was gifted to me. So I wasn't paid for Deathloop sponsorships. I mean, beyond the 60 quid of the game, really.
Yeah.
So, and really,
yeah.
that
So arguably,
arguably,
it would be if I can get a pinball distributor to buy me a pinball machine.
Yeah.
Which would be like $14,000. I would that would be a sponsored stream at that point. But it's also they're giving me something that's $14,000. That's so people are like, well, Joe, where is the line from what you would do in terms of sponsored streams? If you're not giving me something that I wouldn't be able to do otherwise. I know I used this example in a previous talk with Cleo, but not everybody was there. I had also said I'm hoping to start doing woodworking streams once I can build a real studio. If a company said hey, we're going to give you 20 grand worth of wood shop tools, the ventilation system, all that stuff. Fine. Those could be a sponsored stream, Yep.
I would do a sponsored stream for each tool. It's fine.
But that's the thing, though, is they're paying me to do something that I wanted to do anyway, but couldn't afford to do. It would have taken me an extra 2 years to save up enough to fully build out the workshop. And instead I can start streaming that 2 years earlier, that sort of thing. That's the sort of thing is if if it's something that I'm going to be using on stream that I couldn't afford otherwise. But like, you know, if Nintendo's like, hey, we'll pay you $300 to play Pokemon, it's like, you know, I'd really rather just play Pokemon, spend $60 on it, and not have it be sponsored content, and not be bound by whatever rules you have for your sponsored content people.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't pay me $300 to follow your rules.
No.
Right?
No.
Is my point. Like, so yeah, I'd always rather just buy the stuff.
Yeah, me too. I dislike things, just in general.
Yeah.
I'm okay with ads as long as it doesn't make me miss part of what I'm watching. Twitch ads, you miss part of the stream. Yeah, I'm not... This is why I'm very bad at waiting for people to get in the stream.
Mm-hmm.
So I will always go on like 2 minutes in, you know? And I know if I wait for 5 minutes, that gives people time to get in and watch the ads. I'm very tempted to start running ads before the stream, so like 2 minutes of ads, so you get an hour where people can just pile into the stream and not have ads. I always forget. So companies base ads on the TV versus viewership, is it not the no, Twitch just puts ads in everybody's stuff. It's just how it do be.
Okay, so that would come up to here.
Yogscast run their ads when they go on PN Snap. I mean, yeah, I do that too. Because, you know, I want to run ads when other people are out, as it were.
Oh, hey, welcome, Badger Spanner. Code 12 says, wait, Joe is a VTuber? Yep, I'm a video tuber. YouTube is trying to, you know, claim this, like, oh, if you make things on the internet, you're a YouTuber, but it's too genericized. VTuber is a genericized version of that.
True.
Or generic. I guess genericized would be if we just used YouTuber. Yeah, I'm a YouTuber on Twitch. I YouTube on Twitch all the time. No, I will never try anything on Facebook, Aaron Lewis. Why is Facebook not a banned word in this chat? Hold on. YouTube.com/my_videos. Then I gotta go to the community tab. You're giving me more work, Aaron, but thank you for bringing that to my attention. Community.
Does it make a difference if you watch the other ads versus skipping them? No. If you click on them, it makes a difference, but not much, and I don't recommend it. Becca Jane is subscribed. Welcome to the Horde. If you look to your left and to your right, you'll see there are no exits.
Okay. If somebody in the YouTube chat could try to say Instagram real quick. It won't auto-ban you. It should just block the message. Although if it auto-banned you, I'm sorry, tweet me about that. We'll try and fix it. Unbanning people on YouTube is actually ludicrously hard.
Yeah.
Okay,
but
so
is,
I need...
So is banning people.
Okay, no, okay, I haven't done it on Twitter yet. I was on the YouTube. Where's my... or I haven't done it on Twitch yet. Where's the Twitch ban list? Is that under streaming tools? No.
I can't remember offhand if I'm not looking.
Oh, gosh. Permitted terms and phrases. Block terms and phrases. Yeah, Instagram. Insta. Facebook. I'm not going to be able to remove Meta, but yeah. Okay. Add_blocked_term is how you do it. Okay. The thing is, Meta is used for a bunch of other things, but I will remove Metaverse because I hate the concept of the Metaverse. It annoys me.
Yeah.
GeoCities and MySpace are fine there. No, Aaron Lewis, you haven't actually upset me, but you did remind me to go fix this.
This is not upset Joe. This is just Joe being Joe.
People are saying I can see my own messages that use the word Instagram, but no one else's. And several other people all say the same thing. Awesome. So that's like a deaf silent mute. What do you call that? There's a word. I don't know. I'm tired. Shadow ban, shadow mute. I don't know.
Shadow ban, I think, is the one you're after.
If you type it in super chat, what will happen? I probably won't see it. I don't know. If somebody wants to pay me $1 and use the word Instagram.
Joe, what's your Insta?
Yeah, I don't.
Have you ever thought that maybe we're out of touch, Joe?
No, Cleo. It's the children who are wrong. You know that. I don't have channel points.
I do.
No, Gibson makes fine guitars. I have no problem with Gibson.
You're out of touch, I'm out of line. That's fair.
Wait, are these all in the same? Yeah, they're not perfect, but... Yeah, I need to write a Discord bot for a few reasons. Mm-hmm. One of them is to remind people to add alt text to their images, but the other thing is I need to have something that automatically removes links to Facebook and Instagram. Because I get really annoyed when people post links to that. And
I don't think I've seen a link to Facebook or Instagram for years.
Oh, well, it's super rare, but it does happen. And every time it happens, though, I'm like, ugh, I've been meaning to fix this for 2 years and I haven't gotten to it yet. Except it's been like 3 or 4 years. And so it reminds me that I'm bad at writing bots, and it reminds me I hate Facebook. Melissa KW tipped $1, but there is no message.
Dun, dun, dun.
So I'm guessing Melissa KW's message included the word Instagram. So thank you, Melissa KW. We're going to go ahead and rotate the camera another degree. Thank you for helping us prove that. So I'm wondering then if some of the other times we get notes, because sometimes I get tips for like $5 or $10 and there's no note. I'm wondering if they're using one of the other banned words on the channel in their thing and I don't realize it. Melissa KW says, wow, my message did include the word. Very cool.
Yeah, actually it is. It's nice to know that banning words actually works. Because, I had some people say not so nice things about me the other day.
Somebody else says I tried to super the word and it wouldn't even let me send it. I wonder why some people can... Sometimes it might be sometimes YouTube has weird regional stuff. In some regions it might just prevent it from going through at all, and in other regions it might strip it out. Mouse Mac, thank you for the 5, who says, did you manage to play with audio description? I'm doing research about audio description now.
How do I feel about people using my content on TikTok without giving you credit? I'm not pro it, but there's not a lot I can do.
Increasing the rotation to 89. Thank you, Mouse Mac. I'm 1 degree off being right. I've never been this close to being correct. Or right. No, I don't know.
No, both is right.
Somebody says your message wasn't posted due to conflicts with the channel's moderation settings.
Yay!
Yay.
Yay, moderation!
Huh. So, interesting. Melissa KW says, I sent a message that included the word. So it's possible if somebody sent a message that was or tried to send a super chat was just the word, it would ban it. But if it included the word, it would let it through, but strip out the sentence entirely.
Interesting.
So Anonymous... it assumes that somebody who's...
Sorry.
Jill Jackson tips 5, who says, I tried to chat about liking and subscribing and getting reforcons. I don't know what those are. But either way, thank you, Jill Jackson. Jill Jackson had stated earlier that they had already spent their discretionary money for the month, though. So, Jill, don't overextend yourself.
Don't overextend yourself. It's bad.
That puts us at 94, though.
Anonymous tipped and said, "I've been watching you for years and can finally afford this." I appreciate that. Like the watching and the tip, but mostly the watching.
Yeah. So thank you so much to everybody who supports the show. And Cleo's show as well. Yay! Jill Jackson says, this is actually good for me. I just won't get junk food for lunch tomorrow. Okay. So yeah, you'll make a healthier lunch at home. Thank you, Jill. I appreciate you making that sacrifice to help the show.
Yeah, it's better for you in the long run to tip Joe. It's healthier. I never want to say that again. Tipping me or Joe is good for your health.
Yeah.
It's good for our health, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
And we thank you for that, because it does make a difference.
Indeed.
Every little helps. And that might sound facetious, but it's not. Every little does help.
That's short for every little bit does help.
Yes.
That's not like little, like, the sorority girls have, like, the mentor is called the big, and the mentee is called the little. It's not like every mentee helps. We appreciate all the mentees showing up and setting up for the event so that the mentors don't have to fold chairs.
1 out of 99 doctors recommend tipping Joe. Depends on the doctors. 4.5 dentist agrees you should tip Joe because it's relevant to their profession. It's not. It's not. I mean, I'm sure there are some doctors that watch Joe. I know there are some doctors that watch me.
Mm-hmm.
So some doctor has got to recommend it somewhere. You're all right, Joe.
Yeah, I'm just looking at this and thinking about, like, it's like every time I get a few measurements, I'm like, oh, I need to go get more measurements. But also, on some level, I need to just start, like, noodling around with actual ideas rather than trying to perfectly replicate things.
Yeah, that is your flaw. That is your favorite.
Thank you very much, Rosalind, for tipping 5. So let's get you 5 more degrees rotation, bringing me up to 99, the prettiest agent on Get Smart. And Rosalind Seville asks, what do you think the British slang word dinky means? It's not rude. I would assume that means small and unimpressive, like he built a dinky shed in the backyard.
Correct.
But I don't know. And thank you, Tobias, for tipping another 1. That's going to bring us evenly to 100. So thank you very much.
Usually people say dinky when something is cute, though.
Oh, it's like, it's a positive thing there?
It's dinky. Oh, he's so dinky. Like that. So.
Oh, gotcha. Like it means, like, a dinky shed would be like slapshod. It's like, it's not very, like, it you know,
more like
it was clearly
homely.
Yeah. Not very well put together.
Yeah.
Vaughn for math, my dad used to say, good enough for government work. That's a good way to describe dinky.
Yeah.
Another JT says, it's like rinky dink. And so does Jill Jackson, confirms that in the other chat. Yeah, like rinky dink, yeah. A rinky dink shed.
Oh. That doesn't feel right somehow.
You don't have rinky dink?
Well, we do, but that's rude.
Oh.
It means
sorry.
It's really bad. Well, it's not rude, but it's you're being rude about something. It's rinky dink.
Gotcha.
It's rubbish.
Oh. Gotcha. Yeah. I mean, we're on the same page about it being rubbish, but, like, I think something being like, oh yeah, that guy's got a real trash shed in his backyard isn't as much of an insult here, because, like, it's America and people homestead it all over the place. People are proud of their trash sheds in the backyard. They're not going to pretend it's not a trash shed. They're just proud of that trash shed.
I've seen a lot of. I've gotten, for some reason, my YouTube algorithm got me into, like, somebody who does homesteading, and I'm like, How do you have enough room to store all that crap? Because, you know, like the homesteading that I've seen is just, it's just like they've just got so much like canned food, and I was like,
Yeah.
That's a ridiculous amount of stuff to store.
Yeah. Well, thank you real quick to Crux for the 10, who says, it makes me happy you're eliminating the words of the company I'm not going to name here. I've been preventing access to them on my network for years now. Good for you. I hope you run a school or a very important organization. That's one of the reasons Facebook is trying to launch Facebook Business and stuff, is so that systems administrators can't block them on their networks. It's like, no, we use Facebook for our internal messenger app now. We have to unban all of it. Like,
you never have to unban all of it.
You never have to unban all
never.
of it. Never. Folia Blue says, so Rinky Dink is like shoddy. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So, apparently in British English, dinky is attractively small and neat, whereas in American English, it's disappointingly small and insignificant. Yeah.
Yeah. Dinky is cute. Oh, he's so dinky!
That's really interesting. No, so the thing is, I can't block the words truth or social, but if somebody did try to start seriously linking over there, they'd have a bad time. Because I am manually moderating too. The gaps in the auto mod I can fix.
Oh yeah, we can always fix gaps in the auto mod.
Yeah.
But on that note, I am done for the day, I think.
That's fine. I'm kind of at the point where it's like I've got like some rough layouts that I can use to design. Like, so I've got like back glass, left side, right side, front of the cabinet. I've got like different templates I've been working on so that I can basically copy these templates onto other sheets and then start designing. So I'm feeling pretty good about my progress for the day.
Yay! Ghost hunting tonight. I don't actually know what I'm doing tonight. But yeah, there is something going on tonight. I just don't know what it is yet.
Yeah, and then my stream tonight is going to be me putting more leaf scaffolding on, like blocking out my pinball machine. So come check out my pinball machine base on Hermitcraft this evening at... It's funny, I'm actually streaming at 8:30 a.m. and 8:30 p.m. today.
Oh, yikes.
So 12 hours after we started this, I'll be streaming again. Woo!
And I'll be streaming in 4 hours, I think.
Yeah.
Time zones are weird. And I'm going to hang up on Joe and I'm going to raid someone.
Yep, I'm going to hang up on...
I guess that's him hanging up on me. I'm going to hang up on and gone. And gone. Let me throw out my ending screen. Thanks, everybody. It's always nice to have you guys around because you're actually like... You know, decent human beings. We like a decent human being in this stream. I mean, there isn't many around, but you know, I'm gonna just send you over to Cam because it's easier on me. Because you know it's easier to type his name. When there are no hot dogs, there are never. You're decent people. I'm sorry about that. Bovril is not good. I'll see you later. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye.